Designing your own homebrew recipes is a thrilling aspect to the craft. Here are my top 5 tips to help you excel in beer recipe design. All right, but first make sure you subscribe. We've got tons of new videos coming out on various topics, so there's something for everyone. Tip number 1, start with a clear vision. Before diving into ingredients and measurements, have a clear idea of what you want your beer to be. Consider the flavor profile, beer style, and overall characteristics of the beer you're going for. Start with researching existing recipes of the beer style that you're looking to emulate. I like to use Jamil's Brewing Classic Styles as a great reference point. Sketch out your basic recipe outline, including malts, hops, yeast, and your expected ABV, IBU, and SRM, all the basic characteristics that go into a beer. Tip number 2, balance is key. Achieving balance in your beer is essential for having an enjoyable beer drinking experience. Consider the interplay between hop bitterness, malt sweetness, and alcohol warmth, and your yeast-derived flavors like esters and phenols, things like that. Use brewing software to kind of put in your recipe and determine the overall balance of it. What I love about them is a lot of them kind of show you the hop bitterness, the SRM level, and you can kind of start to see that balance between it visually, and that really helps in designing a recipe. Aim for harmony between all aspects rather than letting one flavor profile dominate the overall style, unless that's what you're going for. Tip number 3, experiment with ingredients. Homebrewing is the perfect opportunity to experiment with different flavor combinations, ingredients, all that kind of stuff. This is where beer recipe kits are a great start to allow you to know that base style, but then allows you to kind of up in different areas or integrate unconventional ingredients. Things like fruits, spices, different adjuncts allow you to kind of bring some different nuance to a beer, like spruce tips. You replace some of the hops with that to bring some of these piney, sprucey type of characters and also bitterness. Or things like color and flavor. One of my favorite recipes that I designed had butterfly pea flowers in there, which changed the color and also brought some subtle flavor to the recipe as well. Keep detailed records. I can't say this enough. That's gonna allow you to know, hey, I used butterfly pea flowers with this amount of weight and it gave me this result. So keeping those records allows you to learn and iterate over time. Keep good notes. Tip number 4, focus on quality ingredients. The quality of your ingredients directly impacts the final quality of your finished beer. Make sure you're using fresh, high quality hops, malts, yeast, and water. All products are not created equally. Some yeast brands, I like one strain from this brand, I like another strain from another one. So experiment with different ones, try different brands, try different types of hops, cryo, T90 pellets, things like that. Malts, they're not all created equal as well. Different regions have good different, growing aspects. It is all different. It's in the Brewers Association, the BA has a great books on each one of those subjects, malt, yeast, hops, and water. Take time, read those books, familiarize yourself with the different aspects of what makes a good hop, what makes a good malt, what are the things I'm looking for in yeast health and things like that. So familiarize yourself with all those different ingredients. Tip number 5, iterate and refine. A lot of the good breweries that I know and brewers that I know out there, their IPA recipe is always evolving and changing. Recipe design is all about experience and feedback. Brew each recipe with attention to detail, taking notes along the way and then also taking flavor notes on the back end, how the flavor nuance has changed, how the aroma has changed on that beer depending on what you did differently, and also how the mouthfeel changed based on different malts you used. Take notes on all those and review them so you can learn and iterate over time. Then what I like to do and what I recommend is solicit feedback from other homebrewers. One of the places that I love to get feedback from is the homebrew club, but not everybody in my homebrew club has the best palate. I like to, what I call a circle of trust within that homebrew club. The people that are certified judges, national ranked judges, I really highly value their recommendations and feedback. One of the things you can do is bring your homebrew to a brewery, and solicit feedback from the brewer if you can as well. This feedback will allow you to iterate and change your recipes over time, kind of honing in on what you're looking for and then also what the general public and those around you are looking for as well. As always, remember to enjoy the journey and have fun along the way. By following these tips and embracing the creative process, you'll be creating amazing, distinct beers of your own in no time.